All right, can you repeat that number really quick for everybody? Very fast.
Oh yeah. My friend code you mean
Yeah.
for Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 74704812045.
All right, there you go. If you
Boom.
play Pokemon Go, you can add our resident expert Dylan
expert.
on Pokemon Go.
Oh,
And
yeah.
There you go.
I am Evan, the producer, and this down here is Wildcard William. We are
Hello.
here today to talk about episode 4 of Peacemaker series.
Yes, sir.
Surprisingly, that's not one of the weirdest intros we've done. So,
it's
welcome to the Irresponsible Comic Book Podcast on the Ultra Films YouTube channel. We are here to talk about Peacemaker. Let's go.
Last week's episode, which is a recent episode.
Yeah, this
episode 4.
Episode 4, The Chode Less Traveled. That when I saw the leak for the episode name, I laughed my ass off because I think it's funny. And then they paid off the joke, which is great. In the episode, they paid it off with a chode joke, and
They did.
is maybe not my favorite moment from the whole episode, but it was one of my favorites.
One friend request, guys.
No way.
No, look. Oh my
No
god.
way. I wonder who it is.
I wonder who could that be?
You guys are funny. Yeah, so
I mean, it wasn't me.
Live episode?
Maybe.
dude, we can do live episodes. I've been thinking about it because we have access to stereo. And I think they allow 3 or 4 people in a chat. Let me see here. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm not actually. I don't want to pull it up right now, but I believe in stereo.
It's fine.
They
We
upgraded
can do
to
YouTube live.
We could do that.
Yeah, somewhere in the future.
Yeah. So anyways, what happened in this episode? We got a couple like pretty huge reveals in this episode, and it was pretty fast paced like the rest of this series has been. Maybe a bit, you can argue a bit slower, but it just like it feels different. And like you think about how Hawkeye had in episode 4 slowed down, and there was only 2 episodes left, and then they didn't speed up enough to finish. This like slowed down a little bit to like continue developing the characters and give some reveals. Whereas like it was like slow, but like a development sort of slow. Whereas like episode 4 for Hawkeye didn't feel that way, if you guys remember doing that, where like it literally just focused on the development between like the like LARPers, and then like and like even between Kate and Hawkeye, like there wasn't much there. Whereas like this, like things still happened, things still went down, there were altercations between characters, and like very good development, not just like character interaction development, if that makes sense. So
it makes perfect sense as well. Yeah, this one was very interesting. It wasn't like fast paced, but they just said next week's episode's gonna get a little bit more interesting. But
no, it's gonna
overall,
get
pretty much it was just like the aftermath of what they did on episode 3 with the senator and his family and all that.
Yep. So we kind of deal with the aftermath of that whole altercation, and like some more on what happened in episode 2 where they got his dad arrested, and then I guess a little bit between the relationships in between the team and them not trusting each other. All of that stuff like was built on, and you got like real like solid change. The thing that I like about the development specifically in this is like you see like these characters sort of change their stances on how they're doing things a little bit.
Correct.
Like one of my favorite changes in characters in this episode is Adebayo, when she like goes from like not being able to kill anybody and not wanting to be like her mother to shooting Judo Master and manipulating Vigilante. Like that's Amanda Waller straight up.
Yeah,
like,
that is Amanda Waller-esque.
Yeah. And she's also like trying to not like lose her sanity, but she's also like refusing to like answer her wife's call or her fiance's call or whatever. And so like I liked her development a lot. I liked Chris's development. I think my favorite character in this series, and you guys could probably agree, maybe is or not Peacemaker, but Vigilante, with Peacemaker in a close second. Like Vigilante's my favorite thing. He's so great.
He's a good wingman
Yeah.
for them, you know.
He's just
Yeah.
like he's not even a foil, but he's just like a good buddy. Like and
Yeah.
like in terms of a partner, like he almost takes the forefront. And then like Peacemaker's the sidekick, seems like. So
Yeah,
it's not that way actually, but it almost feels like it. So
it does. It does. Yeah, I do like both characters, so they're all good.
yep. So let's talk about the biggest reveal in this whole episode. At the end, the what the fuck moment of the show was Myrrh being a butterfly. How do we feel about that? Like, what do you think's going on there? Why is he in charge of this squad where they're killing butterflies? It just doesn't add up necessarily. What do you guys think?
I wonder if he wasn't a butterfly until after the mission.
Yeah, that's something that I think could be a very possible thing. The other thing that makes sense, though, is he probably was already, and that's why he survived the explosion. I know that's one of the weirdest things that we talked about in last episode, is we were kind of like confused about how he survived the blast. And being a butterfly would kind of explain that, because even though like they can still die, they seem very strong and invulnerable, and they can like jump crazy high, and they, as long as they have a good pair of pliers, cut off your toes.
Well, I guess he was probably a butterfly all along.
Yeah,
Really.
most likely.
Because he was saying that he like has issues with like expressing feelings, and butterflies have already like kind of announced that they don't necessarily understand empathy or like that kind of stuff, and they expected Peacemaker to have that empathy for Vigilante when he was trying to cut off his toe, or like zap him in the nuts with the car battery. Like so he was probably a butterfly all along, which kind of leads me to believe that the butterflies aren't an alien race per se, but they're a government like made experiment based off of alien tech.
Interesting.
Probably.
So in that case, why is Myrrh, as a butterfly, helping out fight the battle?
I would guess because he works for the government, and the government told him to do it, so he's like, okay.
So you think it's like
Maybe.
Or he understands how dangerous like his own people can be, so he's like, I'm on board.
Okay.
And like when we are done with this, like just kill me.
He's like, just kill
Maybe.
me after.
Oh, just kill me.
Like
maybe.
I don't know. Like
Yeah.
Murray is such an interesting character, though.
Yeah, no, he is. He's gonna be a big piece of these last few. I mean, we're halfway through technically, so he's gonna be a big piece of the rest of this season, and more than he was in the first half. So, since we are halfway through this series, let's do glass halfsies. How full are we feeling on this series halfway through, and what are we needing, if we're not full, to be there by the end? Who wants to start?
I'm loving the series. Like,
me too.
The fact that like Peacemaker is like trying to deal with his family issues, like he trusts these people to an extent, but he's also keeping them at arm's bay. Like he told them that he killed the butterfly, but in reality he's just getting high with the butterfly.
Yep.
Pretty much.
that was a pretty funny scene. He blows the smoke in.
I mean, he's keeping it safe from Eagly. Like his Eagly wants to eat it.
Yep.
Like, so it's interesting because he's like sitting there like working with them, but he's also trying to like figure out the whole thing himself.
Yep. Exactly.
Like he's trying to also, live up to his dad's dreams. Like
he's trying to be the son, the good son that he's supposed to be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
instead of the brother that died
Yeah.
tragically in some
Yeah.
kind of fight accident where he just got pushed down and then started having a seizure.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I thought
much.
it was,
Yeah, which is very unfortunate.
I thought it was really weird because they were like talking about his brother a lot, and they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
They have said like the scene that confused me essentially is the scene where he's like torturing and or killing that guy for his father. I thought that was his brother initially until
No,
they
that
showed the
was him.
scene
That
after,
was him.
and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, why did I think that? But it was because like I don't know. I just had such a heavy focus on the brother relationship and what happened to him that like
I'm thinking that guy was the one that pushed his brother or gave him like some kind of like, because we don't know what exactly happened. We just saw
Yeah.
the brother hit the ground and then start seizing.
Yep.
So
Yeah. No, but I think he was pushed by a kid, right? He was pushed by someone.
He was pushed by his brother.
he's either pushed by Chris or he's pushed by somebody.
Yeah.
But
I think
like,
most likely by Chris.
I'm thinking it was from Chris,
Yeah.
and that's why his dad hates him. But there's a chance that it was by this older gentleman, or this older gentleman told Chris to like stand up for himself, and that's
Yeah.
why Chris pushed him.
Yeah.
And then so that's why his dad like grabbed him and was like, "Okay, to
All right,
make it
you
up to
gotta
me,
kill him."
you're gonna kill this guy."
Yeah.
And
Something like
or-
that. Yeah.
so
or that
like,
guy's just-
we'll probably see what's going on in this next episode.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I would hope
Yeah.
that guy has more of a relevance to the show rather than just some guy that his dad made him kill, because it just didn't
See?
seem to fit with the rest of the theme of the episode, I guess.
well, I'm assuming that guy was probably some form of pedophile.
Yeah, something
Maybe.
like that. Hmm.
Like or something that is going to make his dad go after him, because we know his dad is a neo-Nazi that
Neo-Nazi.
is like with like against
Against bad people, but like
well against
know,
bad people, and also
against
against anybody
other
that's not
races.
white.
yeah,
Yeah, pretty
Exactly.
much. But yeah.
So like
But that guy
the fact
was
that
white.
that dude was white, he's
Means
got to
he's-
have something going on with him.
and I want to mention that line earlier in this series where somebody says your dad's a terrible person. He goes, no, he's not. He hates pedophiles, or something like that.
Yeah.
There was like a
Yeah.
line specifically where he's like, no, my dad hates pedophiles, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing like that's kind of what happened, is like maybe like that guy tried to pedo
On his kids,
Someone.
Chris's brother.
on his kids even, yeah.
Yeah. So
So he
I don't
kidnaps him and kills him.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. Hey, Wolf, what do you think? Are you halfway full?
but I'm
full?
half full. I'm full.
Yeah.
Fully full.
I'm
not
fully
even half
full
full.
as well.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not even half
I'm
full.
gonna place it. I'm half full. I do enjoy the series so far. Great series. Definitely a good start for
Yep.
for the DCU's first series ever.
Yeah, this is their first
Yeah.
like live action series that's
Yep.
connected to the DCEU, so they've done a very good job.
Yeah.
So if we want to like look at it as two halves of the show, like we're all half full so far. To get us
Yep.
to the full amount, if we want to stay on pace, what do we need from this show? What do we need from the conclusion? Obviously, there's a lot of things that we don't know about, like what the butterflies are. We saw the
Exactly.
judo master this episode before Adebayo shot him go, wait, you don't know the butterflies aren't, and then gets shot so he can't finish his sentence. So obviously apparently the butterflies aren't what we suspect them to be. There could be some crazy twists. What do we need from this show overall though to be fully complete as a series? If there's no
I go
second
first?
season, if there's no go for it.
Obviously, who is really behind all these butterflies? Who are the butterflies?
Yeah.
Obviously, and also I think we don't need like a huge cameo from like a big major superhero or
DC
anything like
player,
that. I don't
yeah.
think so. Maybe they mentioned there might be someone else that could help us. Put in like the Green Lanterns or whoever's
Yeah.
involved. Or maybe someone else from the Suicide Squad could help
Mm-hmm.
Peacemaker or whoever.
Yeah, maybe Weasel shows up. We know he's still
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah,
Weasel comes in and
someone
starts
show.
eating all
Did
the
you say Vin
butterflies.
Diesel?
No, Weasel.
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 Yeah, Sean Gunn. Sean Gunn plays Weasel, so it can
Yeah.
happen.
I hope they don't kill off Weasel. I mean, the man.
No,
the,
he's
the
alive.
critter is out there in the island living his life.
Yeah, he's
Let him
alive.
be.
He's alive. He's chilling.
Spoilers if anyone has seen Suicide Squad.
Yeah. I mean, if they're watching this, they've seen it or they know enough about it to be okay.
Probably seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, we don't need like a huge cameo. We don't need Batman or whoever to come in here saying what the hell's going on here. We just like need to know who are the butterflies, where they're really here, and maybe they mention either
What's their
Green
plan?
Lantern Corps or other people that might help, or someone else from the Suicide Squad to help them.
Yeah, and I should note that you're probably saying the Green Lantern Corps because like that's the next show they're planning on doing, I'm guessing. Yeah, that
probably,
and Blue Beetle. So yeah, something maybe like a tie-in in like a post-credit scene of the last episode, maybe of like something to tie in the Blue Beetle or the Green Lantern Corps. If this is like some alien group, that would be probably something that we can use. I think that this story is completely fine being self-contained outside of that.
Definitely.
Like this story is great in itself. I would like to see something happen with that reveal that we kind of got towards the end of the second episode or the third episode, where we see like the mass dispersion, or no, that's the end of the second episode, where they show the screen where all the butterflies are, and it's just like this huge map with a bunch of hot spots, and you're like, wow, that's a big task to tackle, and you're going to do it with one guy. So, and also, I'd like to see like the overall plan of the butterflies, obviously, but outside of that, I don't know if they. It's just so funny that like I don't think it needs to be this massive thing.
Yeah. So. Also, I just want to add one more thing. I do believe Mern could be a double agent. Maybe he's trying to help his people, or who knows?
Yeah. He definitely could.
We don't know how he became a butterfly, or like obviously maybe he was a butterfly to begin with, but yeah. I think also, now that I am thinking about it a bit more, the one thing we do really need is like one big good twist. So however they do introduce the butterflies in their true plan, or like Mur's real identity or whatever, however that's done, like that has to be done well. So because if it's not, and it's not fulfilling, then you're gonna go, oh, that was kind of dumb. Yeah,
so,
that was kind of done. And then I'll take my half full to empty.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
Well, I personally don't think we need too much out of the show. Like as long as they keep having the good character progression, and as long as they keep telling a good, compelling story, I don't really think we need anything out of the show more than we've already been getting.
Exactly. Like, as long as they stay on pace, I agree.
Like as long as each episode stays as consistent and good as it is, like the writing is great, the execution of each character is great. Like we saw that Vigilante, not Vigilante.
Vigilante.
I love the accent.
He was like showing remorse for his actions of going into the jail to try to beat the shit out of Peacemaker's dad. Like he had remorse. Like he's like, I think I may have fucked it up. Like
he kind of knew also. Like what I think is great is like he got manipulated technically by Adebayo, but like he also like was aware of what she was like doing. He's like smart enough to know that, which is why he's like, I think I fucked it up more. And like, I mean, obviously he knew like the plan was to like try
you're
and.
Dying. You're blocked.
Hello.
You're back, kind of.
God.
You're kind of back.
Discord's having issues.
Again.
I hope not.
Oh goodness. Anyways,
we're being hacked.
You said though.
Okay, so obviously, like Vigilante got kind of like, pressured and or manipulated to go into the prison, but he knows like the plan of like trying to clear his name, and so like his idea was to kill his father, but he also knew that like that wasn't the only way. So like he's like smart enough to understand like, oh yeah, no, I just got manipulated, but like I fucked it up. Like I should have done something.
He would have been fine if he wouldn't have said you're a bad dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Like if he wouldn't have said that, then like his dad wouldn't have known why this white boy came in and tried to attack him
and fucked up his homies. Yeah.
So I liked the whole scene of him going in there though.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's all talk about what we think the African American community has contributed to the United States the most.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
I think that
Rock
was
and roll
the
music.
best scene so far.
Pop culture. You know? I'm like, oh wow, way to trigger him like the most. Like it's funny, like the way you say, these pop cultures, this and that.
Yeah.
Okay, you sister fucker, you fucking.
Yeah, whatever he said.
I'm like,
he got him pissed fast. So, I'd even argue that's probably the best scene in the show so far. For me, maybe. Aside, like I said, Vigilante's my favorite character. It's either that scene or the scene where he just like comes out of the bush and then like taps him on the shoulder. He's like, "Here, don't worry, I got it," and then shoots the kids without any fucking remorse. Like that's like the two top scenes for me from him. Even though like every scene with him is great, the interrogation scene's great. Like that's got to be one of my favorite scenes though. Is in the prison, like he's just like walks in, pretends like like these guys run the prison, and he just like walks in and like just fucks on their whole ideology, and then goes, "Oh, anyways, by the way, fuck you, and you're a bad dad." It's pretty great, and he beats the shit out of everyone.
He does.
I mean, there was that other scene. They reference Batman a lot, which makes me kind of wonder if Batman's going to be in the show.
I don't think so. I think actually
it's just reference. Same thing they did with Aquaman and Superman.
But they reference him more than any other Superman.
That's true. That's true. They've done it 3 times, I think, so far out of 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Or maybe Batman's not going to be in the show, but like maybe they're going to have some form of like Wayne Tech, like
they could
implemented in the show or something. Yeah.
They could introduce Jason Todd.
Nah.
And recruit him.
The Red Hood could work, but the only thing is that everybody in the back sticks to Gotham for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Besides for Nightwing, who goes to
Blue Haven. Blue
Haven.
Yeah.
But like that's still close to Gotham. But
yeah, that's true. But what's it called? I don't think obviously we won't see Batman or maybe Red Hood, but like you never know.
Yeah. I think if anyone they could do Red Hood, like that would just fit in perfectly with the other two. With like Peacemaker,
I don't know if you guys haven't seen the Titan series, but I think they did mention Red Hood in the Titan series. Unless he made his appearance already.
He already has appeared in that show. I think he's already been in. He's like been a. I think he killed. I'm not gonna say because I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he killed somebody, like a main character.
Probably.
Maybe. But like. I don't know. I like with the conversation with the old man, where like the old man's like, "I was just trying to have a conversation with you."
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then he gets he knows what he's doing. He may be a little senile, or supposedly senile based off of what Peacemaker says.
Yeah.
But like he may be a little senile, but he knows what he's doing because he's going over there to antagonize him.
Oh yeah. And then he's just pretending.
He makes Peacemaker feel real sad because he's like, "I'm just trying to have a conversation.
I'm just trying to talk to you,
and
man.
He's like, have fun in jail like your dad." Like,
yeah, he's just like intentionally fucking with him, but then he tries to get his sympathy for some reason, just to be a dick even more. Yeah. That old man's a douche. Fuck that guy.
I mean, he's a good character though.
He's funny. He's comparing somebody saying, Batman has all this stuff, he doesn't kill, and then Peacemaker's like, he does. He should just kill him. He doesn't send him off to jail and lets him go again.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Like realistically,
how many people has Batman died? Has killed unintentionally by leaving these people allowed to live.
Yep.
That's why I don't have any villains, because all of my villains are dead.
Oh man.
Also, we'll mention that what's it called? We got to see the infamous White Dragon armor.
Yes, we did see that.
Peacemaker was grabbing all the helmets he needs and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And Vigilante
I like how he did just
in.
go in there and steal everything from his dad.
Yeah, he just took it all.
I mean, not really steal, just more like, hey, I know the passcode, I know the code, I might as well just take his helmets.
His dad only let him have one, so the fact that he went in there and he took
the
all
rest
of them is still kind of technically stealing, because his dad was like, you can have one. Yep. And I'm not making these for you. I'm making these, I made these before.
It's also
everything.
funny.
It kind of made it seem like he was making them for his brother. Like after that.
Yeah.
After figuring everything out. And
Yeah, I believe
Peacemaker is doing it because his brother died.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's also like, I also want to think that like you can also only wear one helmet at once. So what's the need to take multiple?
You need them for different situations, you know. If you're fighting aliens, you know, put on the, you know,
But it's not like
a special.
it's not like a utility belt where you pull out different gadgets. It's like you have to take a full helmet off, find the
Yeah.
other one, and put it on.
I mean,
For
a
a certain-
different helmet for every situation.
Yeah.
He's
A
got
different helmet for a mission, you know.
for underwater situations.
Oh, God.
He's got a helmet for Arctic situations. He's got a. I'm
You
just
guys
trying to
are-
make him sound like Batman.
You guys are funny.
Exactly. Yeah. It is like, you know, he's kind of
100 different suits.
Yep. Oh man, you know he kind of has
A
everything.
1937 penny that can fall on you and crush you.
There you go. See.
Oh God, he has
Come
it
on,
all.
Evan, get with the program. Your so-called hero was a millionaire as well, who was stranded on an island for about 5 years or so.
Yeah, except sometimes he does kill.
Yeah, well,
At
that's
least
it. That's beside
in
the point.
some canon.
Yeah.
But anyways, what else goes down in this episode that's really great? I think we covered a lot of the good stuff.
Yeah, we did.
Well, like I like one of the other really good scenes. It's connected to the scene where like Adrian Chase like is in jail and like beats the shit out of the Nazis.
Mhm.
But like him getting like thrown into jail because he like walks over to the middle
Oh,
of the
yeah,
plaza
yeah,
that
yeah.
the cops are just eating. They all are just like
Yeah.
looking at him, going, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" Like, but he's not doing anything illegal. He's just picking
No.
up a trash can,
No.
and then he takes it over to the window, and then he like lifts it up and he throws it at the window, and they're like, "Get on the ground!" He's
Yo,
like,
what the
"Okay,
fuck?
like we're good. I'm on the ground. Can you not mess with my
Watch out, my
right
left-
pinky toe?"
Yeah.
Right.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, that scene is pretty fucking great. Like at first I was kind of confused. I was like, what is he doing? Like there's so many easier ways to get arrested if that's what he's trying to do. And then I was like, this is so fucking goofy. And it's like, imagine being arrested because you decided to pull a trash can up off the ground and throw it into a window at a prison right in front of like 20 cops. Like that's just such a
At the police station, pretty much on the side of the police station, pretty much. Like,
it's
yep,
just so funny.
that's a violation.
Yeah.
Damaged property, you know,
It's just like the funniest thing you could do.
disturbing the peace.
You're like,
you know?
it's just like at some point, like at least one of the cops is looking at him like, dude, this guy just is asking to get fucking popped.
Yeah.
This guy's just asking to get his shit kicked in.
The scene where Murr is like telling Peacemaker that he has to, or not Peacemaker, what is her name?
Hardcore?
Amanda Waller's daughter,
Adebayo.
Adebayo. Telling her that like she has to go talk to them because like talk to Peacemaker because like he trusts her the most.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, he doesn't trust me the most. He trusts Hardgrove the most. And he's like, no, he wants to have sex with Hardgrove the most. He trusts you the most.
Yeah, that was
And
pretty
then
good.
like it like doubled down on that as well at the, like near the end of the episode when like Peacemaker goes and finds Hardgrove and he's like, hey, I thought I'd see you here. And she's like, God damn it, Chris!
God
like
damn it,
you
Chris.
gotta
You gotta
like,
stop finding me
coming
after
here.
work.
Like, unless it's work related, you can't be talking to me like this. He's like, well,
Yeah,
it kind of is
it kinda
work related.
is.
And then he asks about his like file,
His case
And
file.
she-
Yep.
and then she tells him the case file, despite saying that she's never read it.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that she
Well,
either knows it
She's never
because
read it
somebody told her,
intentionally.
or
No, they read it. They probably did read it before they picked them up, pretty much, most
She
likely.
goes, I didn't really read all of it, is what she said, I think. She didn't
Yeah.
read most of it. But yeah.
but she like, but like Chris is walking away, and Chris is like trying to make a connection with her because he really likes her.
Yep.
And he's like, hey, your tits look great in that shirt. Not in a sexist way, just because
Just
you know,
in a just as a
this is a
compliment.
compliment. Like, and like, he's so awkward that it's like, okay, there's an easier way to say that, but
Yep.
like,
Yep. There's a
it
million
makes me
different ways
wonder
to say
like
it.
what kind of like mental condition they're trying to give him beyond just like kind of being a psychopath.
Yeah.
Because like he is, but he's not a psychopath.
Yeah.
He's got something going on. Like,
Well,
and
it's a
it's
lot of-
more, he's more or less been manipulated into being a psychopath.
Yeah, it's like a lot of
Maybe.
childhood trauma, and he's like pretending to, you can kind of like say he's like trying to be the best thing that his dad, like he's trying to be whatever his dad wants. And so he's trying his best
pretty much
to do
trying
that.
to get his dad's approval, pretty much.
But also like realizing, oh, I can never be that, and like he's aware that he'll never be good enough. He even like when Adebayo confronts him before he walks in to like talk to his father, she like says he's never gonna love you that way or whatever, and he goes, yeah, I know, but I can try. And he's still like just doing everything he possibly can to get his father's acceptance, struggling, and probably will never ever ever have it. So that's a piece of it where he's like trying to do whatever his dad would admire, but at the same time knowing it's like wrong, but like he wants it so bad. Yeah, so that's sort of a dilemma. Not that that's
Daddy
even like
issues.
Psychopathic, but like it's just
Well,
like
I mean, it's
sort of his,
manipulated psychopathy. It's
Yeah.
like
because his dad is a psychopath in a way. So his dad doesn't give a shit about anybody or anyone else's feelings. He's willing to kill just because he thinks he's better. And so, yeah, his dad's a psychopath, and he wants his son to be the same way or be, you know, following the same footsteps. So
Something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So 50-50 odds on, you know, if they do it. If they do have sex. Hardcore and
Oh,
Peacemaker.
goodness. Let's do a place your bets. Where is it? Place your bets. I don't want to go first. I don't know how I feel.
So I'm any other series, I would think that they are definitely going to do it. But like, so if it wasn't James Gunn, they are definitely going to have sex.
Okay. Yeah.
But because it's James Gunn, Hargrove is not going to have sex with him.
Okay.
I kind of can see where you're coming from, especially looking at like Gamora and Star-Lord and how much they struggled to ever find a connection.
Yeah.
And
they
even
only
though
got traction like
yeah.
at the end of the second movie, and then it's done.
Completely destroyed because she's killed off. Yeah. So I guess I can get that. Part of me just like really wants to see it happen, but it.
But you just want to see her naked.
God damn it! You fucking expose me. No, I want to see it for Chris to like regain some humanity, but also like I don't see any situation where like she opts into that. Like I don't think she wants it. So that's like I kind of want to say no, just like because he doesn't have what she needs.
Okay. I'll go. I'll be the other one here. I say they're gonna do it, obviously, but I'm gonna be realistic as well. I don't think they're not gonna do it, but I think they'll probably become maybe good friends maybe afterwards. Maybe maybe she'll open up more to him.
Okay.
And
right.
we'll see what happens.
Okay, I can get behind that. I can get behind friends with benefits or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't see them like ever going beyond that.
Oh no. Them being a couple, no, not gonna happen.
Okay, interesting. If you guys to play devil's advocate, if there was a scenario where he like saves her life, does she catch feelings for him? Because I don't think she's the person.
I don't think Hargrove is that kind of person.
She doesn't seem like it.
She might give him more of a chance.
Yeah.
Like, like it would be like she would start seeing him in a different light, but I don't think it's like, oh my god, you saved my life, and then she's gonna start having sex with him there.
No,
like
not
she's
at
not
all.
that person.
No, not at all.
Like, she'll start opening up to him more, just like William said.
Yep.
And potentially give him a chance at some point in time, but like I just don't think it's ever gonna happen. Just because.
If you remember in the previous episode, she kind of did with the whole, my dad was a trained killer and he trained me at an early age and all that.
Interesting. Okay. So I don't know if you guys watched till the end to like see the trailer for next week at all?
Yep. Yep.
So next week they discover essentially.
Well, technically tomorrow.
Yeah, their episode tomorrow. They're the whatever meeting they called at the end of this episode. They have the meeting. They discovered the location. Adebayo discovered the location of where they all the butterflies get their food source. That little thing that they're all slurping up.
That goo.
And so they're gonna go investigate that facility. They showed clips of like it being infested with butterflies and them jumping all over the place. And then they're like scoping it out, but also get into like a massive firefight with them, I think. So
with a bigger monster, maybe? Who knows? Sounds like a big creature.
Yes, there was like a big ominous noise at the end. So who knows what the hell's gonna happen there? But we should get some more answers on that. What was I gonna ask?
Also, don't forget, Mern hires in the next week's episode. Mern's gonna hire like another mercenary to try to kill Chris's father as well in the next episode.
Yep, that's right. So somebody else should be going into the prison to try and assassinate him.
Interesting.
So that's all some good stuff for whatever we see next week. Should continue to hopefully just improve week to. I mean, I think that this episode was the best so far. That it's gone that way every single episode. It just keeps getting better for me. So I don't know if they can do that for 4 more episodes straight, but I'm pretty certain they can. So
I mean, they could. It's James Gunn, man.
Yeah,
he's bringing out the guns.
He's bringing out the guns. Anyways, I think that's about all we have to talk about this episode. Thank you guys for listening and watching. We'll be covering the rest of this series, so episode 5, 6, 7, 8. If you'd like to see those episodes, please subscribe to us. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and let us know in the comments what your favorite episode or favorite part of this episode was, since there was so much that was great. And we will see you in the next one. Until then, peace.
Whoosh.